work for 45 minutes once a week. That being said, as last time, we will have scripts in hand because that's an incredibly short amount of time to try and memorize things. That being said, it's still an incredible show. So the first genre that I'm going to start us with is the silent film genre. So there are no lines in this, which means these actors did have to memorize what they're supposed to do because there's no lines to read off the paper. So I'm proud to introduce Emily Tyler as the Neatnik and Fabian Nunez Rodriguez as the Sloth. Comes from Italy during about the 1500s, called Commedia dell'arte. This is a really funny one that we're going to show you, and an added challenge with this one is not only do some of our actors wear masks to show the traditional faces of these stock characters, but this scene is in another language. This one was written in Italian. So, I would like to introduce you to these characters, but I think I'll let them introduce themselves.
Ciao, mi chiamo Pantalone.
This is Pantalone. He is an old man. This is Il Dottore. He is very intelligent and also an old man. They are rivals. This is Harlequin. In English, that means Harlequin. He is a servant, but also very tricky.
Pantalone, il dottore, mangiamo la torta.
Torta?
Mangiamo.
Yama, no. Fabio, no. No. Yama, no. Yama, no. Yama, no. Yama, no. Stop. Fabio.
It's a panda! Diavolo.
Uh-oh. Looks like Flavio's got some competition. Where's that broom when I need it?
Where's your destiny? Where's your destiny?
Oh, no, that poor girl. That's the nice thing about pipe cleaners is we always fix them. Now, the third genre of theater that we studied is one that you will all know. It's William Shakespeare. So we have two different monologues. One will be by Tori Ackley. She could not be here today, so we have recorded this. This monologue is from Macbeth. She is playing Lady Macbeth.
My name is Tori Ackley, and I'm going to be doing a monologue from the play Macbeth. Out there's what? Out I say. 1, 2. Why then? 'Tis time to do it. Hell is murky. 5, my lord, 5. A soldier and a fear. What we fear, who knows it, when no one can call our power to account. Yet, who would have thought the old man to have so much blood on? The fame of Fife had a wife, where is she now? What? Will these hands never be clean? No more of that, no more. That you'll mar all with the start. Here's the smell of blood still. All of the fumes of Arabia will not stain this little hand. Oh, oh, oh. Wash your hands. Put on your nightgown. Look not so pale. I tell you yet again, Banquo is buried. He cannot come out on his grave. To bed, to bed. There's someone knocking at the gate. Come, 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 come. Give me your hands. What's done cannot be undone. To bed, to bed, to bed.
Our next Shakespearean monologue will be live. I am going to bring E-Man, Susan Egan, to the stage.
To be or not to be? That is the question. Whether it is nobler in the minds to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms and see their troubles, and by opposing in them to die, to sleep, no more, and by a sleep to say we end, no more, by a sleep to say we end, the heartache and the thousand natural shocks, that flesh hair is to 'tis commentation, devoutly to bewitch, to die, to sleep perchance to dream. Ah, there's the rub. For in the sleep of death, what dreams may come, when we have shuffled off this mortal coil, must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of life so long. For whom could bear the whips and scorns of time? The oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contemplate, the pangs of displeasure love, the law's delay, the insolence of office and the spurs, the patience merit of the unruly takes. When he himself might his quietest make, with a bare bodkin, who would fair those bear, to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but they dread of something after death, the undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveler returns, puzzles the will, and makes us rather bear those ills we have, than to fly to others that we know not of. Thus consciousness doth make cowards of us all, and thus this native hue of resolution is slicked o'er with the pale cast of thought, and enterprises of great pith and moment. With this regard, the currents turn away and lose the aim of action.
It's hard to transition from such a happy, joyous character to such a somber monologue. I'd say he did a pretty good job with that. For our next scene, we have a bit of a mixture here. Our next genre is melodrama. Oh! Which is super over the top and dramatic. Really, really fun. We have two of our actors who will be filmed and two of our actors who will be live. So here is The Secret of Glitter Gulch.
Well, I'm telling you, this is important. You need to listen to me.
Come on, John. What's so important that I can't wait until after Trudy's birthday party? I'm proposing to her tonight.
You won't be able to see this. You're in trouble. Trudy is in trouble. In fact, the entire town is in trouble. Not only is Mr. Razor is a musketeer on everyone, but he is playing them, driving everyone out of the goal. Was it all to himself, and there was Trudy too.
I know everyone has been upset about the raised mortgages, but times are hard. Are you sure about this? It seems a bit of a stretch that Sylvester would go this far. Besides, who could he possibly want with Trudy?
I have proof. You know how the bank has security cameras everywhere. Well, apparently Sylvester forgot. Watch this.
I'm telling you, it's the perfect plan. I raised the mortgages on everyone in town slowly. I was the economic voice, and then Christmas. Everyone has been such an economic slum that no one knows the rest of the country has been out of depression for 3 years now. Slowly, the mortgages get too much for everyone, and people start to move out. I'll drive off any potential buyers, so they'll have to sell the property to me for a low price. People in Little Village have been poor for a long time. It won't take long before everyone is gone. They won't be able to pay the high prices. They refuse to sell. I'll foreclose on the property and keep them out. Soon, all the little girls will be mine.
But why do you want an empty town?
And this the five never knows about. You know the young man, the one they got buying because there was no gold? Well, it turns out that there is full gold. Not only that, but the entire town is sitting on top of a large deposit of oil.
What? How did you figure that out?
Well, you see, Judy Goldie and her family own the mine. A few months ago, she asked me to take a look at it to see how much it would be worth to sell. Her father isn't doing well health-wise, so she's been handling
But what does that have to do with him?
Well, actually, it wasn't for the kids. Remember the big class project that everyone do?
You mean the one where everyone got a soil sample from their homes and compared it to types of rocks and dirt everyone had in their yards. Yes,
The one.
the kids love that.
Easy way to get soil samples for testing. The whole town is sitting on oil.
Wow, this could solve everyone's financial problems.
No, you idiots! They don't know about the order, and they're just smart about that. To make everyone sell their property, then I will drill the oil and mine the gold, and I'll be richer than ever.
That's a good thing, Captain. Doesn't have to work. How are we going to drive them out?
Well, you see, they might not owe any money, but their beloved orphanage and animal sanctuary is very expensive to run. And without the board in town, it will get so expensive that they'll have to close this down. I'll come in and make sure the uncle that can stay for progression of the orphanage and animal sanctuary, then she won't be able to refuse. I'll marry her.
You're 65. Trudy is celebrating her 19th birthday today. Doesn't that make you old enough to be your grandfather? Besides, she has a boyfriend.
She's a legal adult. It's fine. That's illegal. You can't marry her if he isn't around. I'll cut the brakes on his car. When he goes to drive over to Trudy's birthday party night, he won't be able to stop when he goes down the big hills of her house. He'll drive right out that cliff. Then Trudy will be so distraught by her boyfriend and her father and them home, and possibly losing the animal orphanage and animal sanctuary, then she'll fall right into my arms and get there.
All of good, gorgeous, and danger.
You're right, we have to stop Sylvester if we can get the results of the soil study he did. We can show everyone that they all have oil they can dig. No one will sell to him then. I'll let Trudy know about the mine and make sure she doesn't let go. Let's go, sell it.
Hold on a second. Remember what you said about your car? Besides, we need to actually get to the study results first.
Right, thanks, John. We'll take your car. As for the study results, that assistant of his always keeps his things tidy at the bank office. I bet that's where the papers are.
That happened to Rebecca Jones over there.
You're brilliant. Come on, we have work to do. Let's save Trudy and Glitter Gulch.
I got it.
I think I might want to check my car now.
Your car's fine.
They stole your car.
Now, for our last genre, oh, I'm sorry, that was Thomas Berg, Alex Modi, David Ziva, and Tori Ackley. Now, for our last genre of theater that we studied this semester, we looked into realism, which tends to try and mimic real life as close as possible. So we chose a play by one of the greatest authors of realism there is out there, Arthur Miller. This is the first opening scene of Death of the Salesman with David Ziva and Tori Ackley.
Question.
Billy,
Alright. Ain't bad.
why? What happened? Did something happen, Willie?
No, nothing happened.
You didn't chance the car, did you?
I said nothing happened. Did you hear me?
Don't you feel well?
Tired to death. Just couldn't make it. I just couldn't make it, Linda.
Where were you all day? You look terrible.
We're here as far as little drunkers. I stopped for a cup of coffee. Maybe it was.
What?
I suddenly couldn't drive anymore. The cars kept going off onto the shoulder, you know?
Oh, maybe it was the steering again. I don't think Angelo knows the stutter.
No, it's me. It's me. Suddenly, I realized I'm going 60 miles an hour and I don't remember the last 5 minutes. I can't see. I'm serious.
Maybe it's your glasses. You never went for your new glasses.
No, I see everything. I came back 10 miles an hour. It took me nearly 4 hours to go.
Well, you just have to take a rest, Willie. You can't continue this way.
I just got back from Florida.
But didn't you rest your mind? Your mind is overactive. And the mind is what counts, dear.
I'll start on the morning. Maybe I'll feel better in the morning. Goddamn heart supports are killing me.
Take an aspirin. Should I get you an aspirin? It'll soothe you.
I was driving along, you understand? And I was fine. I was even observing the scenery. You can imagine me looking at the scenery on the road every week of my life. But it's so beautiful up there, Linda. Trees are so thick and the sun is warm. I open the windshield and let the warm air bathe over me. And then all of a sudden, I'm going off the road. I'm telling you, I absolutely forgot I was driving. If I'd gone down the way over the white line, I might have killed somebody. So I went on again, and 5 minutes later, I was dreaming, and I nearly. I had such thoughts. I had such strange thoughts.
Well, dear, talk to them again. There's no reason why you can't work in New York.
They don't need me in New York. I'm the New England man. I'm vital New England.
But you're 60 years old. They can't expect you to keep traveling every week.
I'll have to send a wire to Portland. I'm supposed to see Brown and Morrison tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock to show the line. God damn it, I get so.
Why don't you go down to the place tomorrow and tell Howard you simply got to work in New York? You're too accommodating, dear.
If only Wagner was alive, I'd been in charge of New York now. That man was a prince. He was a masterful man. But boy, that boy of his, Howard, he doesn't appreciate. When I went north for the first time, the Wagner Company didn't know where New England was.
Why don't you tell those things to Howard, dear?
I will. I definitely will. Is there any cheese?
I'll make you a sandwich.
No. Go to sleep. I'll take some milk. Oh, we have railroad. Boys in?
They're sleeping. Happy took Beth on a date tonight.
So.
It was so nice to see them shaving together, one behind the other in the bathroom, and going out together. You notice? The whole house smells of shaving.
Figure it out. Work a lifetime to pay off the house. You finally own it, and there's nobody to live in.
Well, dear, life isn't happy. It's always that.
No. Some people accomplish something. Did they ever say anything after I went?
You shouldn't have criticized him, Willie, especially after you got off the train. You mustn't lose your temper with me.
When the hell did I lose my temper? I simply asked him if he was making any money. Is that criticism?
But dear, how can he make any money?
There's such an undercurrent in him. He became a movie man. Did he apologize on what I left this morning?
He was crestfallen, Willie. You know how he admires you. I think if he finds himself that both both be happier and not fight anymore.
How can he find himself on a farm? Is that a life? A farmhand? In the beginning, when he was young, I thought, well, a young man, it's good for him to tramp around and take a lot of different jobs. But it's more than 10 years now, and he is yet to make $35 a week.
He's finding himself, Willie.
Not finding yourself at age 34 is a disgrace. The trouble is, he's lazy, goddammit.
Willie,
Biff is a lazy bum.
they're sleeping. Get something to eat. Go on down.
Why did you come home? I would like to know what brought him home.
I don't know. I think he's still lost, Willie. I think he's very lost.
Biff lost. Moment lost. In the grand country world, a young man is such personal attractiveness gets lost. And he's such a hard worker. There's one thing about Biff. He's not lazy.
Never.
I'll see him in the morning. I'll have a nice talk with him. I'll get him a job selling. He could be big in no time. My God. Remember they used to follow him around in high school? When he smiled at one of them, their faces lit up. And when he walked down the street.
Willie, dear, I got a new kind of American type cheesesteak. It's called Wit.
Why did you get American when I like Swiss?
I thought you'd like a change.
I don't want to change. I want Swiss cheese. Why am I always being contradicted?
I thought it would be a surprise.
Why don't you open a window here, for God's sake?
They're all open, dear.
The way they box is in your bricks and windows. Windows and bricks.
You should have bought the land next door.
The street is lined with cars. There's not a breath of fresh air in the neighborhood. The grass don't grow anymore. You can't raise a carrot in the backyard. Just how log into apartment houses. Remember those two beautiful elm trees out there? And I bit on the swing between them?
Yeah, like being a million miles away from the city.
They should have arrested the builder for cutting those down. They massacred the neighborhood. More and more I think about the neighborhood. This time of year, it was lilac and wisteria, and the peonies come out and the daffodils. What a fragrance in this room.
Well, after all, people had to move somewhere.
No, there's more people now.
I don't think there's more people, I think.
There's more people. That's what's ruining this country. Population is getting out of control. The competition is maddening. Smell the stink from that apartment house. And another one on the other side. How can they have cheese?
Go down, try it, and be.
You're not worried about me, are you, sweetheart?
You've got so much on the ball to worry about.
You're my foundation and my support, Linda.
Just try to relax and make mountains out of molehills.
I won't fire them anymore. If you want to go back to Texas, I'm going.
He'll find you place.
Sure, certain men just don't start until later in life. The town's edge of the feet at Goodrich. Or one of them was dead. Put my money on that.
We do have a little bit of time in between, so if you want to look at the art or if you need the restroom or anything like that, this is a good time to do it. But before you go, let's give one more round of applause to our actors.